What's up, guys? Matt Moda here with Crossing Broad, here to talk to you about the Phillies versus Mets game tonight. The Phillies head to Citi Field for game one of just an electric, awesome series between the Phillies and the Mets. Now, the Phillies have built a little bit of a lead for the NL East, but still a huge divisional series between these two teams. Phillies coming off of taking 2 of 3 against the Nats. Could have been a sweep, but Duran blew his first save on Friday night, but that's fine. Otherwise, he's been lights out for the Phillies. We're also coming off of a pretty good game, getting our home run prediction. This was from Friday. Getting our home run prediction correct on Riley Adams to hit a home run. Unfortunately, our bases prop on Trey Turner did not come through, which is funny because you win a home run prop at plus 560 odds. You lose a bases prop at plus 100. That's just how it goes. But we were able to make some money based on the odds from the home run play. As for today, Christopher Sanchez on the mound for the Phillies, Kodai Senga on the mound for the Mets. Obviously, two decent pitchers, especially Sanchez, who's been fantastic. Senga has been a little bit more hit or miss, but at least has the name value of an ace. Going to have 3 home run predictions for this game tonight. Hoping to get one of these to come through to profit based on how the odds are. Of course, before we get into all that, make sure to go to BetMGM. Use the promo code CROSSING to get in on the action. And to start things off, let's go with Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run. Plus 265 odds for him to hit a home run. It's not bad for Kyle Schwarber. You look at the game yesterday, he was like plus 135 to hit a home run. Now, obviously, Citi Field is more pitcher friendly than the bank. Obviously, the pitching matchup and all that stuff matters, but it is just wild, the swing, how this odds can swing from game to game. Now, as for this game tonight, from a weather perspective, pretty average 4 home runs. Nothing that is going to kill a home run hit in the air. Nothing that's going to be a value add from a home run department either. It's sunny, low barometric pressure, winds slightly blowing out to right field, temperature in the 70s, pretty much average across the board. You look at Kyle Schwarber, you can say he hasn't been quite as hot at the plate recently, but he's also been really, really good, which just shows you how good Kyle Schwarber is. He's hit 2 home runs over the last week, which for him, that's like an only 2 home runs, but that's still good. But he's got a respectable 4 barrels and 14 hard hits over the last 7 days. You kind of give context to that. 21 total batters have 4 or more barrels over the last week. So that's obviously not amazing, but it's still in decent company. But only 8 hitters have only 8 hitters have 14 or more hard hits in this same stretch. So still pretty good company for Schwarber to be in, despite, again, only hitting 2 home runs, which for him is lower than what you would expect from Schwarber. As far as the matchup goes, like I said, Senga's not a bad pitcher, of course, but he's also not really anybody to be scared of. Kyle Schwarber, he has had success against Senga. He hit a home run against him in the playoffs last year. Senga, over the last 6 weeks, has allowed a home run every 16 at-bats to left-hand hitters. That's a really, really bad number. And Schwarber, he didn't hit a home run yesterday. He crushed a baseball 400 feet. It just happened to go to dead center, so it did not clear a fence. But all in all, I think that there's a lot of things in favor, a lot of factors in favor of Schwarber to hit a home run tonight. So let's hope that he does, and that comes through for us. Next up, let's continue the chalk train. Take Bryce Harper to hit a home run at plus 390 odds. Again, Bryce Harper yesterday was plus 220 to hit a home run. Now he's at plus 390. And again, I get it. Situation's different. It still just kind of shows you the dramatic difference in how the odds can swing from game to game, depending on the stadium and the pitcher and all that stuff. Now, obviously, Bryce gets the same matchup against Kodai Senga as Kyle Schwarber does. While Bryce doesn't have the same level of success against Senga that Schwarber did, again, Schwarber hit a home run off of him in the playoffs last year. Bryce got singled off of him. Bryce has also only had 4 at-bats against Senga in the last 3 years, so it's a tiny sample size. Really nothing that we can take that much from the matchup between these two. And then obviously when you look at Senga against left-handed hitters, Bryce gets the same benefit that Schwarber does. Again, with Senga allowing a home run every 16 at-bats to lefties. And funny enough, you look at the last week for Bryce Harper, mirrors Kyle Schwarber exactly. 2 home runs, 4 barrels, 14 hard hits over the last week for Bryce. It's literally, they have the same exact amount in all 3 of those categories. Now, there are a couple reasons in favor of Bryce over Schwarber. If you just wanted to take one of the two, you look at the last 2 days for Bryce, he's been hitting the ball really, really well. Now, somehow he doesn't have a home run to show for it, but in his last 2 games, he's got a combined 6 hard hits and 2 barrels. He's got 3 hard hits and a barrel in each of the last 2 games. Now, yesterday, he did not quite send one 400 feet like Kyle Schwarber did, but he had EV logs of 112, 101.5. And he had a flyout that was 98.9 miles an hour. Just got a little bit too much under it, launch angle of 42 degrees. If he just got like a little bit lower, that probably would have been a home run. That was Sunday. Then on Saturday, he had EV logs of 109.9, 99.6, 98.4. So that's 3 hits above 100 miles an hour. All 6 basically 99 or higher. One of them was 98.9. So we'll call it 98.9 or higher over the last 2 days. That's really, really good. So I think there are a lot of benefits for Bryce to hit a home run tonight as well, along with Schwarber. Those are my first 2 plays. Next up, we're going to head over to a player on the Mets. Roll with Mark Vientos to hit a home run. Best offered at plus 630 odds. Vientos is just on an absolute heater at the plate. He just hit 2 home runs on Saturday. Followed that up with another home run yesterday. He's got 6 barrels over the last week. That's tied for the second most in the entire MLB, tied with one other batter. But 6 or more barrels in the last 7 days is very, very good. He's also added a respectable 12 hard hits in that stretch as well. That's not, the hard hit number is not amazing, but the barrel number is fantastic. Obviously, Christopher Sanchez, the Phillies pitcher, very, very, very good. I'm not going to say a single bad thing about Sanchez. The only thing that I will say is that Vientos has had success with this matchup in the past, and a bigger sample size than either Schwarber or Bryce. His last 3 at-bats against Sanchez, this goes back to last year, double, home run, double. Now, there's a walk in there as well. So last 4 plate appearances was double, home run, walk, double. But that's really good against Christopher Sanchez. The double was hit this year. The home run was hit in the playoff game last year. And then the only at-bat he has against him this year, that was the double that we talked about. So we kind of add all this together. We're getting a red-hot batter at the plate, a red-hot batter that has had success against this pitcher. And Vientos, in general, has smoked left-handed pitching during this recent hot streak. You look at him over the last 30 days, ISO rate of 444 against lefties. That's truly a fantastic number. And a barrel rate of 15.4%. That's more so average. That's more so solid. Better than average, but solid against lefties, 15.4%. And then his hard hit rate, fantastic, 77%. So you add all that stuff up together. He's crushed left-handed pitching, crushing the baseball in general recently, has had good success against Christopher Sanchez, giving us a nice solid price at plus 630. I think that's totally worth a sprinkle, and that's all we got. So 3 home run picks to lock in for this game tonight. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and Mark Vientos. Appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get in on the action. Make sure to bet responsibly, and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.